Welcome to my demo of watercolor plein air in around Singapore River. Okay, so today is over cloud day. Its weather is not so good. It's usually around 9 a.m. and it's Sunday morning. Okay, so you can see no too much light. So it's just like what I said. It's over cloud. Okay, so after I draw after I complete the pencil, the draft, I quickly, wash the whole painting, okay, to create this base color, okay, and I use this very bright green color to paint the trees because over there are some trees, some veggies, I make some darker and heavier color to shading the building, the structure. Okay, yeah, very light, very smooth, very gently to shading the structure. Because it's watercolor, it's very difficult to. You can easily to make something darker, but very difficult to make it brighter. It's not like the oil or some other medium. So this is the drawback of watercolor. It's also, the challenge for most watercolor artists. So that's why I usually make a very light color first in the first pass. Okay, even heavier color, more cooler because I add some very dark blue color. Okay, so here is the shading. It's actually the kind of the harbor, the structure. So I use those color to create this very bright meadow handrail. So you need to be very very carefully, to draw the shading. Okay, then those white handrail will stand out. Okay, compare with other, other area, this part is very dark. Okay, and I add some warm color to create a structure. Okay, so the rough. Okay, very warm color. Okay, a little bit of red. To draw this, the up structure. Add some cool color. Yeah, this part is hardly to see from the video, but actually the structure itself is blue, very bright blue color over there. Here's a window. It's not really a window. It's like some kind of pattern or logo. Okay, this is the green color, the window frame, very bright. Okay, so usually we start to draw the bright, then we come to the darker. So from brighter color to darker color. Okay, to get another row of window on the side. So I also draw the window frame together. Okay, here I use clean water to wash, make a silhouette of a character because I will leave this space to draw a human character later. Okay, but I need to leave the space first. Okay, here's some the windows, the doors. Okay, they were covered by a kind of a canopy, so that's why they are very dark. Okay, here's the trunk of trees. Okay, so we draw the trunk of trees. Okay, and I change a much bigger brush to draw the kind of a silhouette of another building. Okay, this is the building behind the trees. Okay, so it's a little bit more dark. From the video, you can see actually on top of those buildings there is a kind of a canopy, kind of a very huge metal umbrella system, umbrella structure. But I will ignore it. I will remove it from my drawing. So this is the advantage of painting instead of photography, because you can decide, okay, which part you want to keep in your drawing and which part you want to remove. And for this particular case, I will remove the whole, the kind of canopy system, canopy structure. Okay, so behind these two main building, it's another red, rough building. It's all red color, so I will use all the red color to paint this part. For this first pass or second pass, very rough. We don't really need to draw any detail. Very, very rough. After I complete the base color, I will do a little bit of shading to make it more three-dimension. So it's no longer a 2D house, it's a 3D house, 3D architecture. So you can see still no lighting, still over cloud. Okay, yeah, to do the shading of the wall. So usually we don't stop on one place too long. Usually after we draw some area, we'll quickly move to another place. So over here I start to draw the window. So this window is one of the darkest place uh, for the whole painting, for the whole drawing, for the whole picture. So I will make this window as a kind of a benchmark. So every other object I will compare their value to this dark window, the black window. So make sure the value of the whole picture is always accurate, always correct. The key is you need to find a certain value to be like a standard, to be like a benchmark. So always compare other value to this value, to this benchmark value. So from the video you can see everything. You can not only see my painting, you can also see the subject real time almost, and also you can see my plate, the color plate. So you can see how I pick the color, how I mix the color, how I just apply the color on my paper. So same, this part is also the window of those lovely boat. Those are the very signature, boat or ferry. They're running on Singapore River. Okay, so now you can see the structure more and more clear. The handrail and the structure of the boat. Okay, this human character is one of the highlight for my drawing. Okay, actually he already left, but because he wear a very bright, high saturate yellow jacket, so it becomes a highlight. And he created this very long and beautiful reflection in the river. Okay, you can see here is a tricky because when I drew the draft, the the two boat are not here. So this is one of the uh, challenge, or you can see this is one of the attraction of the plein air because you need to be flexible, to make change all the time based on the change of subject because your subject is keeping change. People come, people go, the boat come and the boat will go, and the lighting always change. Especially if you draw like longer than 2 hours, the lighting will definitely change after 2 hours. Okay, over here I create the those shading and the line. Actually, those places a restaurant or a cafe, riverside, so the customer can enjoy their meal and also to appreciate the beautiful, the river scene. Okay, this is a shopping mall in distance, very far away, but with a very beautiful kind of glass structure. The whole, the up structure are made by glass and also the frames. Okay, just to add some cold color. Basically, for color wise, I will always just to compare with other color to try to find out the color temperature, like how cold or how warm of this color. Okay, this is another structure, the window. It's a row of kind of triangular, triangular building with a very unique silhouettes. Usually for those building in distance, I just draw the silhouettes. I like to draw those structure together. Yeah, I just draw kind of one type of subject. If the structure, if the architecture, I will draw them together, and then I will draw water, all the water together, draw the whole river together. Okay, this is some window, some trees, edges. Okay. Here is a bridge. You can see the trees behind it. Maybe from here, maybe from the video, it's hard to see, but actually there are trees over there. So here the shading of the bridge. Okay, if you don't draw those shading, the bridge looks 2D, looks very flat. So due to make it 3 dimension, you have to draw the shading. Okay, you have to shade the bridge. Okay, little bit dark color. Okay, here's stairs. Yeah, maybe you cannot see, but actually here are the stairs. You can actually from here to on board the boat. So after I finish the one pass, I will just stand back to review my whole picture and to find out which part I have to, you know, I need to listen my soul, my heart, and get this gut feeling, which part I have to draw. Okay, so over here I think it's time to draw the second boat, because the boat, after so long, the boat haven't left, so we have to draw it. No other choice. And actually the boat make here, make the whole picture with a better composition. Maybe a single boat is too lonely, so I just draw another boat to accompany the first boat. Yeah, it's just kind of silhouettes, right? Just to draw them like one chunk, one block of color. Okay, a little bit difference of the value. darker the shading, the highlights. Okay, some structure, roughly some structure. Okay. Okay, now I'm to draw the water. Okay, the water is really challenge of the whole drawing. Okay, so those red color are reflection of the boat. Okay, and here is a reflection of the bank. Yeah, some color from the structure, from the buildings, right? Okay, here is yeah, those red color is also from the building. So for this part, because I want to make a very shining, very pure kind of high saturated color, reflection color. So I don't mix them on my palette. I directly just tip some color from using my brush and paint on the paper. Okay, now I make a more heavy, more mixed, more gray, the gray color to draw uh, to draw those shading area, shading, of the reflection of the water. Because if you don't shade, you don't see the highlights. And those lines, they are no longer the straight line, they become like a curve because I think it's affected by the wave. Okay, yeah, those are reflection of the bridge. Okay, so also the reflection relates uh, to the building or to the scene on ground. Yeah, use it's like a calligraphy, this is the time to show how fluent you can use a brush, how smooth. They're just a line and a curve. It really depends on your art style. Some artists they don't want to leave such a very obvious stroke, but I like to use those stroke like calligraphies. Maybe this is influenced by the traditional Chinese brush painting, because I always thought there are a lot of common ground for the watercolor and also the Chinese brush painting. Okay, you may find the color become lighter is because I guess after a painting, after the the color is draw out, is dry. After the color dried, the color become less saturated, become uh, uh, become weaker. So I need to add another pass to fix it. So usually we need to draw 2 or 3 pass to make the final result correct and more close to your subject. Okay, so this is a reflection of the boat, and this is a reflection of the human character. Actually, staff. He's a he's a staff to operate the boat with a yellow jacket. Okay, okay. Yeah, just draw the wave. Actually, the boat already left, so a lot of line I need to draw based on my imagination and my memory. Okay, so carry on, continue to draw the water reflection. Okay, make it more dynamic, more vivid, and always stay back to review the whole picture. Okay, after the water is down, roughly down, you can see or majority of the painting already done. So just to check anything we can do to make a better composition. So always we need to think about the composition. Exaggerate a bit and highlight a bit of the bridge, because the curve and the line of the river of the boat, it's leading our gaze to the bridge, leading our eyes to the bridge. So the bridge is very important. even it's a little bit far away uh, from where I stand. Okay, yeah. Always try to make this contrast. Certain color is saturated, certain color is gray, it's less saturated. Okay, I think next part I will start to draw the background. Okay, I change to another brush. Usually I don't clean my palette because I think all the color on my palette are useful. So the background are some kind of building under renovation, under construction. So you can see the cranes and all other mechanical machine are there. They create a very beautiful composition and silhouettes. And over here you can see also some building behind, right? They play a very important role for the overall composition. They make your composition more interesting. Instead of it's if without them, your drawing the drawing become very boring. Because most of those the bridge, the buildings, they are all like horizontal, layout horizontally. But those background building and those crane, they are kind of vertical uh, oriented. So that's why I think those uh, those background buildings, they're very important. They bring me a better composition. Okay, yeah. For this part, I pretty much follow the real subject. Okay, just yeah. Okay, let's continue. So basically, on this face, I start to polish to final touch up my drawing. Okay, so add some detail, and I do the final correction for the shape, for the color. Okay. Still no sunlight. The sunlight is still, not very strong, but anyway, no, just let it be because we cannot control the weather. Okay, so usually the final scene I draw is human characters. Okay, because those characters uh, bring more life, and also they provide a very good kind of a size comparison. Okay, so after the audience sees a human character, they will know how big of those building and how far away of those buildings. They will have a pretty much have a sense of the the space. Eventually, the this landscape drawing is about space, so everything is related to the space. Yeah, just draw some character over there. Yeah, to draw the detail. Those are some pillow to for the boat. You need to be very patient, and it's very time consuming to draw those detail. And the problem is you need to be very accurate, very precise, because those are the architecture. All the line is supposed to be straight, so you need to be patient to draw them. Yeah, I will just test, on the paper. Okay, if I see the color or value is wrong, I will just add more color or add more value to make it correct. So the first stroke usually is test. Okay, so I start to draw the left side, and actually this this tree is not there in the real subject. The tree is not in on this position, but I have no choice because if I don't draw these trees right, the composition is not good. So that's why I change the position of the tree a little bit to make it bigger. So it's break this kind of the horizontal layout. Okay, to add more vertical elements. Okay, to add more vertical elements, add more vertical components to my picture, to my drawing. Okay, so it's bring a better composition. Yeah, this is I just talked to another student. Okay, very quickly to draw the leaves. Okay, I use the same brush to draw leaves. Actually, I can use a bigger brush, but anyway, because the tree is not important. It's to balance the composition and bring a better rhythm. If every components they are horizontal, the rhythm is bad. Okay, the drawing is bad. The composition is bad. But if after I add these trees and it corresponds to the right side, the those the construction, the crane, the composition is better. So we have more vertical oriented uh, elements. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, so the last part, almost the end. I will draw some just some highlights. Okay, just to review my whole picture and think about any place you need to add, any place you need to highlight, any place you want to exaggerate, just to do the final touch up. Okay, and because this boat is the boat is come back actually, and because the boat is like the subject more close to my eyes, so I will make it more heavier, make it with more detail. It's a basic principle of perspective. So subject more close to your eyes, it's with more detail. You can see it more clear. So add more detail. It's also the problem because uh, when your color is dry, it's become lighter. So I I have to make it darker to correct it. Okay, you can see almost done. Okay, that's it. It's a final result. Okay, thanks for your watching. Bye bye.